Good morning. We're just going to give a moment for folks to clear the waiting room.
Excuse me.
As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please remain on mute unless or until you are appearing or testifying before the board. Folks are still trickling in, so we'll give just another moment to clear the waiting room. Good morning. This is a hearing before the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. Before I review procedural matters, I will introduce Chairwoman of the Board, Kathleen Joyce.
Good morning. My name is Kathleen Joyce. I am Chair of the Boston Licensing Board, and I'm joined by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon.
Thank you very much. And just one piece of scheduling housekeeping before we get to procedural matters for this morning's hearing. Due to scheduling conflicts, the board will be voting on today's items this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Again, the board's voting hearing has been moved to this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Notice has been posted to the city's website. Please ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly. I will call each item in the order that it appears on this morning's agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You will then make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the chair and commissioners. Following questions, there will be an opportunity for testimony beginning with elected officials or their representatives. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. We'll begin with the first item on this morning's agenda, calling item number 1, Jewelry LLC, doing business as O'Cheese, located at 261 North Street. Has applied for a common victular license to be exercised on the above. Approximately 1,000 square foot pizza and sub place, kitchen and dining area with seating for 10. Manager Heba Al-Nakala, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
That would be me, Heba Al-Nakala.
Thank you very much, and thank you for being with us this morning. If you could please just briefly present your proposal to the board.
Of course. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for having me. So let me just start with a bit of history about me and my family. We have been in Massachusetts for over 10 years, and we have successfully been in the restaurant business for a while, and it was amazing until COVID happened, and we unfortunately had to shut down. We looked for so many places, and nothing felt right until we found this place. It just felt right, and we're so excited to start our business there, and here we are trying to obtain the license for it.
Thank you for joining us today. Where was your previous restaurant?
It was in Braintree.
It was, okay. And you'll be open 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Is that 7 days a week?
So we, at least in the weekend, we are hoping to be the latest possible. We don't know what's the allowed hours in the area, but this is what we propose, but we still don't know what exactly is allowed and acceptable.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Commissioner Curran.
You're welcome.
Saxon?
I have no questions at this time. Thank you.
None for me. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Our liaison had the applicant reach out to the two active civic groups, NURA and NUNIC. Our office is unaware of any concerns at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling item number 2, Apple New England LLC, doing business as Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, located at 11A Allstate Road in Dorchester. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from William R. Andrews Jr. to Frank G. Ripley Jr., who is present on behalf of the applicant.
I am Frank Ripley Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Ripley, for being here this morning.
Commissioner Curran, I'm going to ask if you wouldn't mind taking over some of the next questions. Thank you.
Mr. Ripley, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
Yes, sir. Bridgewater.
Okay. Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Almost a decade and a half now.
Okay. And are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABC, and the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Chair Joyce, Commissioner Saxon, any further questions?
No
None for
questions.
me.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 3, GRNARK of Mass LLC, doing business as Ramsey's Kitchen, located at 776 Boylston Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Michael Stephen Botello to Charles Hunter, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
Good morning, Sam Richard, attorney for the applicant, Ramsey's Kitchen. Asking that you approve our application for a change of manager to Charles Hunter. Mr. Hunter is a U.S. citizen who resides in Revere, Massachusetts, and has for the last 5 years. He has an extensive experience in the restaurant industry, over 25 years of which has been as a manager, and has extensive experience managing restaurants with liquor licenses. We ask again that you respectfully approve our application for change of manager to Mr. Hunter. Thank you.
Mr. Hunter,
Yes,
are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABC, and the laws of the Commonwealth regarding the sale and service of alcohol?
yes, I am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Chair Joyce, Commissioner Saxon, any further questions?
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 4, American Airlines, Inc., doing business as Admirals Club, located at Logan Airport Terminal B in East Boston. Holder of an airport club all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Susan Namdar to Helene Delalue, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
Me, Helene Delalue.
Thank you, Ms. Delalue, for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Delalue.
Good morning.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
I am a U.S. citizen,
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
resident of Commonwealth, live in Tewksbury, Massachusetts.
Okay. Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Been around food and beverages before, yes.
And how long? Sorry.
I've been in the Admirals Club for 10 years in the past. I left and came back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth
Yes,
regarding the sale and service of alcohol?
the liquors, yes.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you once again, Chair Joyce, Commissioner Saxon, any further questions?
No questions.
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much. Calling item number 5, Fire It Up State Street LLC, doing business as Crush Pizza, located at 107 State Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license, has petitioned to change the location of the licensed business from 107 State Street to 975 Saratoga Street in East Boston. Premise consists of 2,300 square feet of a street-level restaurant with about 30 seats in a brick building. Tony Nasser, manager, 10 p.m. closing hour. Who's present on behalf of the applicant?
Tony Nasser.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nasser. If you could please briefly present your proposal to the board.
Sure. Well, I've had my license now downtown for probably 7 years. And at the end of 2020, we closed the location down, but I kept my license active until I found a new location to move to. So we finally found one. And what we would like to do is just move it to 975 Saratoga Street. It's the same license, same hours. It's it's a quick service, so we wouldn't be having a bar.
Thank you for that explanation. We'll see if there are any questions from the board.
Sure.
Mr. Erwin Joyce.
Yes, Mr. Nasser, the reason why your restaurant closed down in 2020 was because you lost your lease at the previous location, correct?
Well, I settled to get out of the lease because there was just no more traffic to support the business and the rent.
Okay.
Being on State Street, the rent was
And you've been actively looking for a new location since then, and the board has been working with you to help keep you with your license until you found a location, correct?
yes, they have.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Carn, any questions?
I guess just for the record, you were the manager of record at the different location, right?
Yes.
That's all I question. Thank you.
Commissioner Saxon?
No questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. Manuela Villagomez with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. I refer the applicant to the Orion Heights Neighborhood Council, and the group voted to support the project. At this time, our office would like to defer judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you. Calling item number 6, Plant-Based Pizza Boston LLC, doing business as 00, located at 163 Newbury Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license from the above to Boston Ramen Company Back Bay LLC, doing business as Sushi by Basso Ramen Tavern at the same location. Kazuhiro Aotani, manager, closing hour 12 a.m. Secondly, has petitioned to change the opening hour from 11 a.m. Monday to Friday to 9 a.m. Monday to Friday. And lastly, has petitioned to pledge the license to 163 Newbury LLC. Attorney Nicholas Azula. Attorney Azula.
Yep. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Secretary Green, Nick Zazula, McDermott, Quilty, and Miller here on behalf of the proposed licensee. With me this morning is Yasu Sasago, who's the LLC manager, and Kazu Ayutani, who's the proposed manager of record and also an LLC manager for the proposed licensee. Just some quick background. Yasu is originally from Japan, but after going to Harvard Business School here locally, he became passionate about bringing authentic Japanese food to Boston. So he went to work at Shimatsu Dining and then a Japanese ramen shop from 2019 to 2021 to learn the business here locally. He owns Sushi by Basso Ramen Tavern, which opened a restaurant in Harvard Square in Cambridge with this very same concept and theme in 2022, and actually won a Best of Boston award by the Boston Magazine that same year. As far as the concept here at 163 Newbury, he's proposing to take over there's existing restaurant space at this location. It was previously a vegan pizza restaurant that had a liquor license that closed earlier this year and went into bankruptcy. So he's looking to renovate that existing restaurant space and convert it to this Japanese ramen restaurant theme. And we did provide the board with some concept and background materials on everything I just spoke about as well. So as far as the liquor license is concerned, the one being transferred here is actually the same one previously owned by the vegan pizza restaurant, so it's not changing the location. It went through a bankruptcy court process that wrapped up a few weeks ago. The landlord that Yasu is renting from was able to obtain rights to the liquor license through that process and then assigned those rights to the proposed licensee here, Yasu and Kaz Ayutani, for the license today. As Secretary Green had mentioned, the closing hour does remain the same as 12 a.m. They are looking to just open a few hours earlier from 11 a.m., now moving it up to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Also seeking to pledge the license to 163 Newbury, who is the landlord. But otherwise, no change to the existing premises that's there now, approximately 1,500 square feet inside. And there is a 182 square foot outdoor patio on private property that they would also be utilizing. So basically the same for the most part, simply doing the same thing in the same space with a different concept. We did go to Neighborhood Association of the Back Bay as well, and they voted to non-oppose the application and the new theme, basically with the same provisos that we had in place previously concerning trash, storage, deliveries and things of that nature. And finally, just to put on the record, Mr. Iotani is the proposed manager of record. He is a resident of Massachusetts. He lives in Brighton. He's a citizen of the United States. He's over 21 years of age, and he is familiar with the rules and regulations. He does have experience in the industry. He actually is the manager of record on their other liquor license in Harvard Square for Boston Ramen Company. So he does have experience in that regard. Happy to answer any questions that the board may have, and thank you.
I have no questions.
No questions, yep.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you all. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Hello, this is Jake Warner, here on behalf of Boston City Councilor Sharon Durkin from the 8th District. Councilor Durkin would like to express her support for the transfer of the license to Boston Ramen Company and for the hours of operation to be adjusted as requested. Boston and Councilor would like to note that Boston Ramen will bring great variety to the Back Bay and be a fantastic addition to Boston's world-class dining scene. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Calling item number 7, Tasty Burger 7 LLC, doing business as Tasty Burger located at 1 Nashua Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to UMNV 205 to 207 Newbury LLC, doing business as Central Perk located at 205 to 207 Newbury Street. Premise consists of in one large room on lower level, comprised of various seating areas, service bar and kitchen prep area in rear, storage and restrooms in rear, seasonal April to November outdoor patio on private property containing approximately 35 seats. Michael Jamin, manager, 10 p.m. closing hour, interior and exterior. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. Dennis Quilty representing the applicant for the transfer of this license. This location was previously a Cafe Nero, which closed during the COVID period of time. The space has been vacant since that time. The applicant is has gone through an extensive community process. We had a meeting with NABB on March 6th, which resulted in a letter of non-opposition, as well as we were conducting an abutters meeting on March 28th. I know Ms. Van Scoy is here and can speak to that. We're unaware of any objections as we are here before you this morning. And Mr. Jamin, who is otherwise qualified as a citizen, a resident, and knowledgeable of the rules and regs, is part of the ownership of the property, if you will, and it will be in that regard a caretaker manager of record until the operation gets underway. He owns and operates many other businesses in the neighborhood with restaurants, has been intimately involved in all of those spaces, but he will be making way for a Central Perk concept related manager prior to opening. We'll certainly be back before you with that at that time. But other than that, it's a very exciting. This is interestingly named after a very famous television show location, and it's the first of its kind in the country, and very happy about that. Mr. Jamin has already taken this through the Back Bay Architectural Commission for its signage. As I said, we've had extensive community outreach. We're unaware of any objections. We're certainly happy to take any of your questions.
I have no questions.
No questions from me either.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. This is Maggie Van Scoy from the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. We would like to defer to the judgment of the board on this matter. We held an abutters meeting on March 28th and discussed both the zoning relief that this applicant was seeking as well as the license. We discussed those jointly. And at that meeting, abutters expressed that Cafe Nero was a great neighbor with regard to deliveries and upkeep of the alley, such things of that nature, and wanted to ensure that this business would also be respectful of neighbors. But there were no concerns raised other than those. This applicant also met with the Neighborhood Association of Back Bay, which has voted to not oppose this application. So with that, we'd like to defer to the judgment of the board. Thank you.
Hello, this is Jake Warner again for Boston City Councilor Sharon Durkin of the 8th District. Councilor Durkin would like to express her support for this license transfer and for the interior specifications. She wanted to note for the record that the restaurant's namesake is a show that's all about friendship and community, and that it's wonderful to see that there's going to be new space that's been inspired by that show that is all designed for friends to gather and enjoy each other's company. The council believes Central Perk Coffee House will be an iconic addition to Newbury Street and is very happy to support its approval, but would also echo the emphasis on trash removal and the importance of that that was echoed in the community meeting. But she's very excited for the project and wants to note that for the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
And calling item number 8, Wonder Boston LLC, doing business as Wonder Museum, located at 2 Avenue de Lafayette, has applied for a general on-premise wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license to be exercised on the above. Premises to be licensed is located in Lafayette City Center in the downtown crossing neighborhood at 2 Avenue de Lafayette, also known as 500 Washington Street. Space is 1 floor consisting of 16,888 square feet with a retail area, lounge cafe area with seating for 36. Manager Marcos Doyle, closing time 12 a.m. And just for a refresher for the board, this application was before the board previously seeking an all alcohol license and was granted pending availability. They are now seeking a wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
I am Marcus Doyle. I'm to be the manager on record. Thank you, Secretary Green, Chairwoman Joyce, and Commissioners. Like Secretary Green mentioned, we previously applied and been approved for an all alcohol license. We are just under 17,000 square feet, a digital interactive art museum that's popping up in downtown. Gone through the abutters process, community process, and are looking to move forward with the beer, wine, and liqueurs license. I am a U.S. citizen of the Commonwealth with over 25 years in hospitality. I'm familiar with the laws of the city and Commonwealth, and looking forward to opening this museum as soon as we can get open.
Thank you, Mr. Doyle. We'll see if there are any questions from the board, beginning with Chairwoman Joyce.
So the capacity inside is for 36 people?
In the lounge area.
The lounge area, okay.
Yeah, the entire capacity is just under 500 people. That includes the museum proper, which is our primary purpose. The lounge is meant as an amenity for our guests who are coming through and to support events.
Okay. I don't have any other questions at this time.
I remember the previous proposal, no questions.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the board. This is Chu from the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. As previously stated, this proposal was approved by this board earlier this year for all liqueurs liquor license. They are coming back before this board. They have approval, they have support from the Boston Downtown Bid, and they have also gone in front of the Downtown Boston Neighborhood Association. At this time, we would like to defer judgment to the board.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Ana Calderon from Council President Fling's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much. These are all the items before the board this morning that will adjourn this morning's hearing. And again, just as a reminder, the board will be voting on all items from this morning's hearing and yesterday's hearing today at 1:30 p.m. Notice has been posted to the city's website. With that will adjourn this morning's hearing. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.